All right. Good evening again, everybody. Thank you for being here. The time is 6:07 p.m. and we are calling our meeting to order. Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
VP Bowman,
Present.
I'm present. Trustee Dooley. Yes, present. President Hannah,
Present.
Trustee Miller,
Present.
and Treasurer Terry.
Present.
We have a quorum, 6-0.
Thank you. If we can all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Can I get a motion to amend the agenda to add agenda item under regular working agenda? Board of Education discussion, MOU between the district and the city of Pontiac for discussions of use of the Frost Elementary School property, and under Board of Education action items, approval of a MOU between the district and the city of Pontiac for discussion of use of Frost Elementary School property.
So moved.
Support.
It's been moved by VP Bowman and supported by Treasurer Terry to amend the agenda to add agenda item under regular working agenda for Board of Education, discussion and action, MOU between the district and the city of Pontiac for discussion of the use of Frost Elementary School property. Any questions? Roll call, please.
I'm voting yes. Trustee Dooley.
Yes.
President Hannah,
Yes.
Trustee Miller,
Yes.
Treasurer Terry,
Yes.
VP Bowman.
Yes.
That passes 6-0.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve the amended agenda?
So moved.
Support.
It's been moved by VP Bowman, supported by Treasurer Terry to approve the amended agenda. Any questions? Roll call.
Trustee Dooley,
Yes.
President Hannah,
Yes.
Trustee Miller,
Yes.
Treasurer Terry,
Yes.
VP Bowman,
Yes.
and I'm voting yes. That
All right,
passes
thank you.
6-0.
Thank you very much. Before we begin tonight's agenda, I do want to acknowledge that there has been a lot of strong feelings within parts of our community regarding our district's leadership, as well as recent decisions. We respect the rights of individuals to express their perspectives. Public participation is an important part of our governance process. At the same time, this board has a responsibility to conduct district business in accordance with policy and with a continued focus on what matters most, and that's our students. We will follow our established procedures for public comments this evening, and we ask that all speakers will remain respectful and adhere to time limits so that everyone who wishes to speak has an opportunity to do so. As a board, we remain committed to supporting student achievement, maintaining safe and stable school operations, upholding our governance responsibilities. Personal matters, including superintendent employment, are governed by board policy and contract. We will continue to follow these established processes. Thank you for your engagement, and we will now proceed with our agenda. Dr. Leverett, the meeting is yours.
Thank you, Dr. Hannah. Board trustees, good evening, everyone in our audience. Thank you so much for joining us this evening to celebrate why we are all here, and that is our students. And we thank you so much for joining us. Before I proceed, I would like to call up Principal Ewing to help me with our certificates as we recognize our students for their achievement on state tests, either advanced or proficient. So let's clap that up as she comes. Thank you all so much. This certificate of achievement is proudly presented to Angel Albor in recognition of her 24-25 M-STEP achievement of obtaining a level of proficient in math. Congratulations, Angel. We are proud of you. Angel. Rayanla Anderson, proficient in math. Christian Javera Pineda, proficient in math. Christian. Zenaida Dillon, in recognition of M-STEP achievement of obtaining a level of proficient in math and proficient in English language arts. Okay. Lucius Dixon, math, proficient in math and advanced in English language arts. If any of the students' names that I've called are here, please come forward so that we can present you your award. Bella Guerrero, proficient in math and proficient in English language arts. Bella. Daniel Gustafsson, advanced in math and proficient in English language arts. Drea Higgins, proficient in math and advanced in English language arts. Hodari Higgins, proficient in math and proficient in English language arts. Michael Jones, proficient in English language arts. Eric Matthews, proficient in English language arts. Kobe McClure, proficient in math. Kason McGarity, proficient in math and English language arts. Braden Myrick, proficient in math and English language arts. Braden. Journey Powell, proficient in math. Journey. Maureen Ramath, advanced in math and proficient in English language arts. Maureen. Aviana Smith, proficient in math and advanced in English language arts. Marcel Smith, advanced in math and advanced in English language arts. You go, Marcel. Oh, sorry. Go that way. Melanie Smith, proficient in math and English language arts. Shayla Storm, proficient in math and English language arts. Andrew Tatton, proficient in math and English language arts.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present some of Rogers' finest students who take their time and do the very best that they can do. Let's give them all a round of applause, and their parents, and their parents. Congratulations, boys and girls, on an outstanding job, and keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Andrew made it. Andrew, okay. Andrew.
Okay.
Invited my babies.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
I'll get that picture. Outstanding, boys and girls, outstanding. Keep up the good work.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
We're taking pictures here.
Frank, did you grab the picture? All right, thank you.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you,
They can
boys and
have
girls.
seats.
Thank
Yep.
you. You may be seated. Wow, outstanding. At this time, I'll turn it over to State Representative Carter. She'll present certificates to our young people around our Pontiac Pathways to Progress. Pontiac WDI Access for All Winter Graduates, celebrating 4 Pontiac graduates on track, certified, and ready.
Good evening, everyone. I always keep our young people, or in this case, our young adults, in the forefront. When the opportunity came from the AFL-CIO to create a pre-apprenticeship program, I contacted Carlton Jones, and he found 4 young people, and they're young to me, okay? Right? That not only went through the rigorous program, it was about 9 weeks that they had to go through it, and it was not easy, but they all graduated. And I am so thankful to Pontiac School District for allowing me to have this time to introduce to our community the 4 graduates. But before I do that, I'm going to have Carlton Jones come up briefly and talk a little bit about what these people went through. Come on, Carlton. Hey.
Yeah, good evening. I want to try to make this brief, but I'm so proud of these young adults. And a lot of them who have came up through the Pontiac system have made the commitment to go into and have an opportunity to go into apprenticeship for skilled trades. Most people don't know it's very difficult to try to do what it takes to get into apprenticeship. And they have taken 9 weeks to go and recap on trying to do what it takes to pass the examinations to become an electrician, to become a carpenter, become a plumber, all those things. It takes quite a bit of training to become a journey person. They've taken the first major step of going through our readiness program that now that they could be ready to go on a construction site like our downtown development, like our youth center, like our bridge work. You have to be prepared to properly go on those sites. These individuals have taken 9 weeks, and these are not necessarily people just right straight out of school. They're family folks. They've got kids, but they've sacrificed and paid what it takes to now become what we call apprenticeship ready. Now, most people don't know what that means. You just don't walk in the door to get an apprenticeship. You have several steps, and they have completed the first major step. Now, all they need now is a contractor to sponsor them, because they're now ready to go into apprenticeship. And I've got 3 of the 4 here. One of them couldn't make it tonight, and I'm just proud of them. It's their night, it's their evening. And it's a connection with the Pontiac School District, because we've got to understand that the education opportunity is a lot of different options. And the option for skilled trades is a very, very meaningful one. And I'd like to see how we can make a better connection, that we can be able to make sure that we're getting that pipeline for those who choose to go in skilled trades. WDI is one of the 5 providers for training. And State Rep Carter was very instrumental in bringing WDI here. And I want to be so thankful for her and the work she did as a skilled trades person. Thank you, State Rep Carter. She's going to introduce the students now. Thank you.
Okay, what the students didn't know is that each of them got a certificate from the state of Michigan. And you put this in your, oh, you didn't know that, did you? So I'm gonna call you up and present you with your certificate. Marcus, Dwayne, Darnell Bradley, give them a round of applause, you guys, come on. You want to stand up there? Yeah, you can. Hey. Shakiria Alexander. Yeah. Hey, your sister, Now, when I call this next name, I not only want him to come up, but I want his mother to come up with him, because she said something out there that I think every parent in here should hear. Come on up, Hakeem. Come on. You go stand with them. Now, tell everybody what you told me.
Yes, I just wanted to say the program was an amazing program. You know, I know for my son that it just created a spark in him. It was something that really just motivated him, particularly as a new dad. And then I had an opportunity to meet the other students, sometimes giving rides, sometimes they provided my son with the ride, and just they were just such amazing people to meet. The backgrounds, the stories. I mean, parents, it's not easy to do a program like this and not be able to work, but just focus on your education. And I'm just so proud of all of you. I really am. And I want to thank State Representative. I want to thank Mr. Jones, because this is truly life-changing for these students.
The fourth young lady couldn't make it tonight, but I think her name is Magali Haney. She's the fourth one. So we had 2 women, 2 men make it through this rigorous program. They had to go to different sites and learn how they, y'all had to go through a lot, but you made it. So everybody give them another round of applause. Give them now. Give it to them. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. Oh, come on. Okay. Okay, no, I have one. This is something separate. We were also supposed to announce the winners of the Why Am I Black History Contest tonight. Those winners will be announced next Tuesday at the Golden Opportunity Club. Well, what that essay contest was about, so you'll know, I asked all the people in wherever, all over Michigan, to write to me and tell me why they feel they are Black history during Black History Month. The caveat was they had to be 65 years or older, because that is Black history. Have you ever listened to somebody older? They'll sit back and tell you about stuff like Captain Kangaroo and all the, I should know that. But anyway, that will be announced next Tuesday. And I would like to thank the Board of Education for giving me this opportunity to show these young people what they mean to this community, okay? And also recognize our seniors, which are the backbone of our community. So thank you, Board President, board members, Dr. Leverett. Thank you very much.
Hodari Higgins. Hodari Higgins made it in, proficient in math and English language arts. Come on down, Hodari. Drea Higgins, proficient in math and advanced in English language arts. Drea. This a brother-sister duo? Yes, I love it. Okay, and we have one more that came in. Zandania Dillon, proficient in math and proficient in English language arts. Come on down. Please give our students another round of applause. Rogers, they keep coming in. We love it. Thank you. Thank you, students, for your outstanding work. Thank you to the parents and families that came out to support them tonight. We appreciate you so much. You will look this way to the camera, please. And this is really evident when we talk about the pre-K through 12 programs that we provide as a district, but then when we extend that to our partnership with State Representative and Mr. Carlton and the opportunities that you provide, this is a true indication of what partnership is that extends beyond pre-K to the college and career readiness that allows you to go out into the community and get the hands-on experience and really stick to a task to completion. That's exactly what we ask of our young people. So we celebrate all of you tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. You may be seated. And then we have a couple of more. This certificate in celebration of National CTE Month is we are recognizing LaKayla Tademi. Is LaKayla here? Thank you for all you do, LaKayla, for our CTE program to make it a success. Is she here? Ms. Raquel Welch Johnson, we thank you for all you do to make our CTE program a success. Ms. Welch Johnson. Thank you. And as Ms. Welch Johnson comes, I just want to say to you, thank you, Ms. Welch Johnson, for all that you do. I've been able to come over to your classroom at Pontiac High School and spend some time with you. I missed the chili cook-off. I will have to join you guys next year. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
All right, board members, you have any comments? Which were we starting? Yes?
I'd just like to say congratulations to those students that displayed academic excellence. To the parents, encourage you to continue to support that student as they advance through their school years. And I think that's it.
Thank you. Next. VP Miller, did you want to go? No, save it for the end. All right, save it for the end. All right, VP Bowman.
I just want to say congratulations on your academic achievements to everyone. And thank you to the parents that continues to push and drive our students along, and our teachers who show up every day. Thank you so much. We can't do this without you.
Treasurer Terry.
Yep, I want to add to that. Congratulations to all of the students and your success in the math, in the English. Continue to keep up that good work. As you know, as you get recognized, that means you kind of set that standard. So continue to push forward, continue to set that standard. Let your peers also see you, and parents continue to work with them. They can't do this without you. So I'm gonna stress that again. Parents, continue to work with them. They cannot do it without you. Then I also want to say congratulations to our 4 Pontiac winter graduates. Congratulations. I take my hat off to you. You're making the first step to your career in life. You're going to be on the bigger and better things. I wish you the best and the success going forward. And keep in mind, you're in a demanding field right now. You are needed. So continue to strive, continue to do what you can do. And once again, congratulations. And then also want to say for the CTE, congratulations to you as well. I know, we only have about 1 or 2 today, but I know everyone over there is putting in work. But for you to get called out and singled out, it goes to show that you are doing the over and beyond, and you're being recognized. So continue to do what you do. And we know you love the kids, otherwise you wouldn't be here. So once again, congratulations. And then congratulations to everyone that did come out to get an award. And we just want to thank you for being here to celebrate with us. Thank you.
I just wanted to say the same as my colleagues, just to Rogers Elementary students who were proficient or advanced in their state testing, congratulations, and keep pushing forward. Sky's the limit to be able to do whatever you want to do if you just work hard. So continue to work hard and grow and learn to be whatever it is you want to be. And also, thank you, Mr. Carlton Jones and State Rep for bringing this program to us. I I love this. This is great because it gives our students other ideas of what they may want to be when they grow up. To see these men and women come forth after they completed school to further their education, and it's not just always college, but it's also a great field that they're going in. And like Trustee Terry said, that it's a much needed field. Yes. So and congratulations to you guys for completing that program. I know that it's a hard and strenuous thing to do, especially with your lives too, you know. So thank you.
Law, and we had State Representative Linda Carter. Are there any other elected officials here that I may have overlooked? Seeing none, but again, we appreciate State Rep for being here. Appreciate them for being here. Parents, you and your students are welcome to leave at this time if you want, or you can stay for the duration of the meeting, but we know they got class tomorrow, so it's okay to be next. All right, as they are exiting with our meeting, can I get a motion to accept the consent agenda items? So
Support.
it's been moved by D.B. Bowman, supported by Treasurer Terry to accept the consent agenda items. Any questions? Roll call. Yes.
She trying to meet on. Where, hell? Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
D.B. Bowman.
Yes.
I'm voting yes. Trustee Dooley.
Point of clarity, are we voting to accept this or are we accepting all questions regarding the consent agenda?
We're voting to accept it.
As is?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Did you get a vote?
Yeah.
Okay. That passes 5-1. All right, thank you. Information from superintendent and administration.
Thank you, Dr. Hannah. Good evening, trustees. Again, we are at a juncture where we would like to have a discussion around the Oakland County Enhancement Millage Resolution. This is for discussion and seeking action at the next board meeting. February 23rd, 2026, resolution for Oakland County Enhancement Millage, background rationale. The proposed Oakland County Enhancement Millage Resolution is before the board as a governance matter to determine whether a countywide ballot question should appear on the August 4th, 2026 election ballot. This action does not represent support or opposition to the proposal.
The resolution places the matter before the public. Since the passage of Proposal A in 1994, school funding in Michigan has been largely controlled by the state, limiting local districts' ability to supplement per pupil revenue. A regional enhancement millage is one of the few mechanisms available to do so and must be proposed and approved countywide. If approved, funds will be collected by opening schools.
Distributed on a per pupil basis to all public school districts and public school academies in Oakland County, with each local board determining how its funds are used. If not approved, there would be no change to current funding. The proposal would appear on the August 4, 2026 ballot at a rate of 1.5 mils for a 6-year term. Excuse me. If approved, it is estimated to generate approximately $781 per pupil annually, or about $4,686 per pupil over 6 years. For a homeowner with a $200,000 home taxable value, the estimated cost would be approximately $150 per year, with the first collection potentially occurring in December of 2026. If approved, each local board could determine how best to use the funds, such as supporting staff recruitment and retention, stabilizing budgets, reducing class sizes, enhancing professional development, strengthening student wellness supports, improving safety and security, and maintaining district programs. The board's actions keeps the decision with the voters, allowing the community to review the facts, ask questions, and decide at the ballot box. It is the recommendation of administration that the Board of Education adopt the resolution to place the proposed Oakland County enhancement millage on the August 4th, 2026 ballot. And again, this would go for seeking approval at the next board meeting in March.
All right, thank you, Dr. Leverett. Next on the agenda for regular working agenda.
Any questions? Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So when are we going to involve the public in this to make them aware that we are going to try to get an enhancement millage on the ballot? When are we going to start holding, if any, to involve all educational stakeholders?
It's not ours, Trustee Dooley. It is a Oakland County countywide enhancement millage. So this will go before the voters. We would not be the conveners. We would just simply be putting this on the ballot, letting the voters decide.
So we're not going to try to educate our constituents as to what and how important this is to facilitate educating our students. We're not going to try to involve the public from an educational perspective.
That additional communication, Trustee Dooley, would come from Oakland County.
Anything else, Trustee Dooley? Okay, thank you. All right, moving on down for regular working agenda for discussion item A, update of title compliance policies. VP Bowman.
Somebody else's microphone. Okay. Update of Title IX compliance policies. This is a second reading. The background rationale. The district's Title IX compliance policies are being updated to reflect a change in designated contract email. It will read Title IX coordinator at pontiacschools.org. This update is not to alter the substance of the policies of the district's title procedures. It is an administrative change to intend the insurance and accuracy and consistency and accessibility. This update is being recommended following review by the district's policy committee and the committee to determine that the centralized role-based email is a best practice, and noted that the similar changes have been implemented by other school districts. Using a centralized email supports the continuity and compliance regardless of personnel changes. It improves timely receipt and tracking of Title IX reports, inquiries, and aligns with best practices for regulatory compliance and record management. Updating the policy to reflect the correct contact information ensures that the students and parents and staff and community members have clear and reliable access to a District 9 Title Coordinator as required by law. Approval of this update will ensure the district's policies remain current and accurate with the compliance with Title IX notification requirements. It is recommended that the Policy Committee and the Board of Education approve the following Title IX compliance policy update as presented. For Policy 1422, 1623, 1662, 2260, 2260.1, 2266, 3122, 3123, 3362, 4122, 4123, 4362, and 5517.
Thank you, VP Bowman. Okay. Is there any questions, board members, regarding these policies, these updates? All right, hearing none. Can I get a motion for the approval of board policies 1422, 1623, 1662, 2260, 2260.01, 2266, 3122, 3123, 3362, 4122, 62, and 5517?
So moved.
Support.
It's been moved by VP Bowman, supported by Treasurer Terry, for the approval of board policies 1422, 1623, 1662, 2260, 2260.01, 2266, 3122, 3123, 3362, 4122, 4123, 4362, and 5517. Any questions? Roll call, please.
President Hannah,
Yes.
Trustee Miller,
Yes.
Treasurer Terry,
Yes.
VP Bowman.
Yes.
I'm voting yes, and Trustee Dooley.
Yes.
That passes 6-0.
All right, thank you very much. Next on the agenda is the MOU between the district and the city of Pontiac. All right, so next is the MOU between the district and the city of Pontiac for discussion and approval of the use of the Frost Elementary School property. The proposed non-binding memorandum of understanding between the city of Pontiac and the school district reflects the parties' mutual interest in exploring the potential use of the Frost Elementary School property located at 723 Cottage Street for recreation and community activities, programs, and services. The MOU establishes a framework for collaboration, discussions, and negotiations regarding how the property may be utilized to benefit the community. Key areas of discussion includes the scope of the city's use of the facilities and any reasonable restrictions, the proposed terms of an agreement and renewal options, compensation to be paid to the district, responsibilities for utility costs, required insurance coverage, and other operational terms. The MOU is expressly non-binding and does not create any legal obligation for either party to proceed with the use of the property or to provide funding or compensation. Instead, it signifies the parties' commitment to continue good faith negotiations with the understanding that no binding agreement will exist unless and until a finalized facilities usage agreement is formally approved, and executed by both parties. It is the recommendation of administration that the Board of Education approve the attached MOU with the City of Pontiac to explore the use of the Frost Elementary School property. And the MOU reads as, this non-binding memorandum of understanding is hereby entered into by the City of Pontiac, a Michigan Municipal Corporations 47450 Woodward Avenue, Pontiac, Michigan, 48342, and the School District of the City of Pontiac, 47200 Woodward Avenue, Pontiac, Michigan, 48342. The city and the district may also be referred to jointly as parties. The purpose of this non-binding MOU is to reflect the desire of the parties to collaboratively negotiate and discuss the use of the district's Frost Elementary School property located at 723 Cottage Street, Pontiac, Michigan. The property by the city for the purpose of recreation and community activities, programs, and services. Key areas of discussion: use of Frost Elementary School facilities by the city for recreation and community events, and any reasonable restrictions to be placed on such use. The term of the agreement and the options of the parties to renew the agreement. Compensation to be paid by the city to the district for the use of the property, as well as payment of or reimbursement of utilities charges by the city. Required types and amounts of insurance coverage to be carried by the city and district with respect to the property. Other terms and conditions as included in the proposed in-process draft of the facilities use agreement attached to the MOU as attachment 1. This MOU is non-binding and shall not give rise to any legally binding obligations upon the city or district to perform any activities or provide any funding or compensation. The parties acknowledge that the further negotiations and discussions is needed before finalizing an agreement for the use of the property. However, by signing the MOU, the parties agree to work collaboratively to discuss and negotiate necessary terms, provided that no legally binding obligation shall arise until a finalized agreement for the use of the property has been executed by both parties. And this MOU would be signed, if approved tonight, on this day, the 23rd day of February, 2026. Trustees, any questions?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
Is there a timeline for the city to begin partnering with us and when they'll have access to the building?
There's no set timeline, but we did agree that we wanted to keep the conversations going so that we could move this forward without any further delays.
Okay, thank you. I have one follow-up question. Our last meeting, we were in discussions with this as a board. And how is this going to work with the transportation facility that's going to also be at Frost? I would imagine that there's going to be construction going on. Will the city, is the city aware of that, and that will they agree upon that? Being at the property when there's construction and things going on, and while they're making it a transportation facility?
Mr. Beasley, do you want to speak to that? I do know that the city will be, we are moving forward with utilizing that space on that property for our EV buses, and they understand that, and there is no problems with that taking place. All right, thank you. Any other questions? Trustee Dooley?
So the last time we talked about Frost at various stages. So now am I to assume the building has been deemed operable, all of the things that made the transition for the Frost, what's that feeder program for our small GSRP? Thank you so much. So all of those things that were pointed out where that building was not conducive for continuance of usage, have those things been identified? Also, it was brought up that this area was potentially dangerous, if I remember, as part of the reason to move Frost. Has there been a study provided for a summation of the crime rate or any of that type of stuff? I'm just curious because we had so many reasons why we moved that GSRP from their home at Frost over to this building, and now we're ready to go full steam, to utilize that building. So I'm just wondering, are those things, can they be addressed?
So I think the first question was, tell me again, Trustee Dooley, the first question is about.
President Dr. Hannah, with all due respect, I want to go through the chair to the superintendent to answer these questions.
Dr. Leverett?
So no, there has not been a study, but we do have information. The primary reason was around safety. And so with the opportunity for us to have the city utilize that property, there will be a variety of programs that we would hope to be in that building, including potentially some training for the Sheriff Pale, some adult opportunities for partnerships. So this would be the primary use, but there has been no study done. But I'm sure that we could find data to substantiate what you're asking for, Trustee Dooley.
And then the building is now 100% operable for anything, right? We were, prices were brought up that it would be astronomical to bring that building up to code to continue the usage for the frost. So where did we go with the prices? How much did we spend in bringing that building up to par?
City has been aware. The city made aware of the issue that frost. The only issue was the policy.
I want you to be recorded, so
Is it, I think it's, is it, the mic might be off.
Yeah, so the city's made aware of the minor issues at Frost. Again, why the city wants to partner with us. Previous people that work in the building over there know the condition of the building is willing to help work this out with the city.
if you don't mind, can you give me a brief synopsis of what remains inoperable based on what you just said?
Nothing is inoperable. It's just that there's an issue with the boiler with getting the boiler updated, but the boiler runs, the building heats up just fine. It's just a matter of the control system, but the city been made aware of it.
So are there any other regulations that have not been addressed or are other than that? So by your admission, it would be up 100%. If I was a hypothetical, if I was a building inspector and I came through your building, would I find anything?
No, you shouldn't. I mean, it's the same condition it was. when we left
Shouldn't,
it. Yeah.
or I won't?
What depends what you're looking for. I mean, like they're not gonna, it's not nothing to say that the building's not operable.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Beasley. All right. Can I get a motion? Any more questions? Can I get a motion for the approval of the MOU between the district and the city of Pontiac for the use of the Frost Elementary School property?
So moved.
Support.
It's been moved by VP Bowman, supported by Treasurer Terry, for the approval of the MOU between the district and the city of Pontiac for discussion of the use of the Frost Elementary School property. Roll call, please.
Trustee Miller,
Yes.
Treasurer Terry,
Yes.
VP Bowman.
Yes.
I'm voting yes. And Trustee Dooley,
Abstain.
Trustee, I'm not sure you can abstain from that. It's either yes or no. I think you abstain like when,
Let's pull out the policy.
okay.
Put it down, maybe she got some investment.
Okay. I'm gonna put you down for abstain.
It's always a right to vote.
I don't think so. President Hannah,
Yes.
thank you. That passes 5-1.
Okay, thank you very much. Moving down the agenda to curriculum and instruction. For discussion, Dr. Leverett.
Yes, thank you. We are very excited. Last year, under the leadership of Mrs. Cynthia Russ, and she is here this evening, there was a history of Pontiac Middle School and our students being able to, as they should, because travel just opens up so many opportunities, and that's another link to learning and growth for our students. So I'm really excited to have this discussion with Dr. Devison and Mrs. Rush regarding our Pontiac Middle School field trip to Washington, D.C.
Good evening to the board and to the community. I'm just going to read the bear, and then if there are any questions, myself or Ms. Rush will be willing to answer. So Pontiac Middle School field trip to Washington, D.C. The background and rationale: students will experience history by exploring various historical sites, which they have read about from elementary to secondary curriculum. They will visit Smithsonian Institute, Capitol Hill, White House tour, multiple memorial sites, and meet state representatives. Lastly, students will visit Howard University. The funding source: parents will pay World Strides directly. It is the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Education approve the Pontiac Middle School to go to Washington, D.C. for an academic and cultural experience on May 28th through the 31st, 2026.
Thank you. Board, do we have any questions for Ms. Rush?
No questions, but I just want to give a comment to commend Ms. Russ continuing in this endeavor to expose our children to as much as they can, because, and I think it's going to be a good experience, especially the political climate. So but at the same time, I hope we educate our students how to handle different situations that may arise while they're on that trip. But much success, Ms. Wright.
Any other, VP Bowman?
Again, to piggyback off of what Trustee Dooley said, thank you so much for this educational opportunity for our youth. Oftentimes, many of our youth and a lot of our seniors never leave the corners of Pontiac, and it is great that we get to expose our young people to a different space in the world so that they know that they can bring ideas back home and affect positive change and move our community forward constructively. So thank you so much for bringing that opportunity for our youth here in Pontiac. So hats off to you.
Anybody else down there? Ms. Rush, I'm happy to see you back. Because I know last year was your first attempt to re-engage our students in this trip, and it was a struggle. However, I'm so happy that you're here and we're ready to do it again this year. So I'm really looking forward to the students participating with you. All right, thank you, Board Trustees. If there's no more questions for Ms. Rush, can I get a motion for the approval of the Pontiac Middle School overnight
moved.
field trip
Support.
to Washington, D.C.?
So move.
It's been moved by Trustee Dooley, supported by VP Bowman, for the approval of the Pontiac Middle School overnight field trip to Washington, D.C. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Treasurer Terry,
Yes.
VP Bowman,
Yes.
I'm voting yes. Trustee Dooley,
Yes.
President Hannah,
Yes.
and Trustee Miller.
Yes.
That passes 6-0.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. All right, moving down to our communications, petitions, and delegate. Oh, I'm sorry.
So, Trustee Dooley, when I read about the abstaining from a vote, it's when you have a fiduciary responsibility or, what else was it? Or a conflict of interest regarding a contract or other financial transactions, to
So-
abstain from voting on the matter and to disclose the conflict.
We're gonna keep moving forward,
Okay.
but note it.
Okay.
So that- Moving down to communications, petitions, and delegations. Dr. Leverett?
Yes,
Start with you.
Trustee Hannah and Board Trustees, at this time, I really want to have a conversation about the student behavior incidents at Pontiac High School. And I've asked Mrs. Clark Franklin and her administration to come and just tell us what happened last week. Because the bottom line is, at the end of the day, as I continuously say, this is an educational institution, pre-K through 12th grade. And we expect for our students to govern themselves accordingly as it relates to our student code of conduct, as it relates to the standards and expectations of behavior that Mrs. Clark Franklin, under her leadership, has set with her staff as well as her students. We have, and I'm sure she'll talk to you more about it, but we have restorative practices, we have PBIS, we have expectations for students and their behavior. There are the majority of our students, they come to school each and every day, and they are there, they are good citizens, and they are prepared to learn. But if we continue to shake our head no, then that is the standard that they're going to meet. But if we can all put our heads together, then we can all move forward together. And that's exactly what we're going to do. The bar is here for our students. Yes, we have a high level of expectation. So what historically has been our belief about our students, that is not so. But again, we have a small number of students that continually come to school to disrupt the educational process. And we are not going to tolerate it. But what we will tolerate is students that come prepared, they are respectful, they have support from their parents, and we are making those home, school, and community connections for the whole child. Those are just a few of the ways that we set our students up for success. So again, the code of student conduct, the leadership message that Mrs. Clark Franklin has for her high school as well as her students and staff, those are the things that will be adhered to, and there will be consequences for students that do not follow the rules, as well as there are consequences and rewards that are valuable for students that choose to come to school to do the right things each and every day. Mrs. Clark Franklin.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hope everyone is well. Good afternoon, those in internet land. Really, those are the families that I want to address, because we're here because someone posted information on social media regarding fights that allegedly occurred. I just want to say, here's the data. Last week, we had 4 fights in the building for the week. I understand someone posted that we had 3 fights in 20 minutes on a particular day. I just want people to understand, don't believe everything that you read. Anybody want to see what's going on at Pontiac High School, please come and visit. We do have fights. We are working with our students, trying to teach them appropriate behavior and how to handle situations. But I need help from the community with that. Every incident that occurred was something that started within the community, be it social media. We had an incident where a young lady and her family, they went to another young lady's house and they jumped on the mother and the daughter. Then that came to school, and then they fought in school. We had another situation where I have some students that fought in a Target parking lot over years ago. And the young lady just wanted, she saw the opportunity to bring that. And in both of those situations, the BIS and administration had spoke with both parties prior to them fighting. We were aware that it was a potential. We had notified our police authority and teachers to be on the lookout. We call it a high alert, that something could be happening. And if you see something, notify so we can break it up. We were doing what we thought to be proactive to prevent it, but I need the community's help. The social media, we need to look into this phone ban more, because it is bleeding into the building and is causing disruption. One thing I've addressed with the students is using items that use it in a way that's not purposeful, that's not what it's meant for. For example, we had a young lady recently attempt to use a Stanley Cup as a weapon. And I have to address that. I addressed it on beginning of the month about students doing things that way. I'm going to address it again and get that message out to the community. According to our code of conduct, anything that's used as a weapon, if that's, even if it's not what it was meant for, if it's used for, we will hold you to the code of conduct. And I need families to understand that that is not and will not be tolerated. I want this building to be safer. Every student that walks in that door, I want them to feel safe and comfortable, come and learn. We are a learning institution. That's it, that's all.
Yes, you need to change your batteries.
Oh, the battery. It died. Oh, no.
We are implementing our PBIS plan. We are rewarding kids for doing the right thing. By my PBIS committee met this morning and had a discussion about, let's do a building wide. If we go X amount of days without any physical altercations in the building, then the whole building will be rewarded so that we can get students to help each other make better decisions. We've had some conversation about maybe we need to look into having a peer mediation course in our building to better teach our young people how to problem solve with their words and not act off their emotions. We are implementing our second step curriculum in the building, trying to teach students to identify those emotions and being able to have a constructive ways to deal with them. We have used alternative ways to deal with students' inappropriate choices. We have a better choice room. We have our BIS and social worker running small groups. So we are doing the work to try to prevent this, but I also need the community to understand, I need parents to have conversations with their children. When you have an incident that happens in the community, that's an Oakland County Sheriff responsibility, not a Pontiac High School responsibility. Let the community keep that community and let us educate the kids. Every situation, well, I'll take that back. I did have one situation where a kid got upset that it was too loud in the classroom. He was a special ed student. He couldn't take the extra stimulation. But most of our incidents are related to situations that occur in the community. And I have my own personal ideas or thoughts of why they bring him to school, but that's neither here nor there because there's no data behind it. But I just want the word to be out. Pontiac High School does not live up to the reputation that others have set for us. I expect every student to walk in that door on time with their Chromebook, ready to learn every day, all day.
Good evening, board members.
Good evening.
Good evening, community. The only thing, I just got there. And so all of this is fresh to me. And this is the reality. You're absolutely right. But I want you to know the reality is that the glass is way more than half full. And 90% of our issues are coming from less than 10 students. And so we need to make a decision about the future of those 10 students. Now that's the reality. Now, if we make a decision on these 10 students, then I guarantee you some of the students that are borderline will fall in line. But right now, I'm spending at least 50 to 60% of my time with these 10 students. Our behavior intervention specialists are spending 50 to 60% of their time. And truly what I feel is we need to go back and we need to look at their grades. We need to see where they are credit-wise, because if you're a junior and you're still sitting around on freshman credits, and I'm looking at your attendance and you're missing over half of your classes, then my question is, why do you even come to school? And so perhaps we need to make a decision about that. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. Have a good evening.
Thank you. No, any comments or any questions, board? Did you have any questions for me?
I have a comment. Oh, I can't remember your name. Tell me your name, gentleman, sir.
Mr. Jackson.
Mr. Jackson,
Yes, ma'am.
I have gotten good reports from you. People call me periodically, and they have said they see you visible. You are there, so you are standing here telling me the truth. I concur with you. Those students that are problematic, After you review their transcripts, their attendance, quite possibly Pontiac High is not the place for them, especially if they are not going to become, if we will, a student of learning. So I certainly just want to say on that note, the reports I'm getting regarding you, you're visible, you're working with them. And I'm gonna be honest, I've only talked to 3 people, but 3 people makes a difference. They're not giving you bad reports.
Well, thank you, ma'am. I said I better be on my stuff the next time I come in front of you, so.
Thank you. All right, we're going to continue on with our agenda under communications, petitions, and delegations. We do have some. VP Bowman.
Your request to address the Pontiac Board of Education for 3 minutes is granted with your commitment that all comments will be delivered with courtesy and civility. Failure to do so will result in forfeiture of your allotted time. The first 2 people I have, Ms. Ebony Sims and Mr. Fred McFadden.
Good evening, everyone. I come to you as humble as I know how. A lot has happened since the last time I got in front of you guys and spoke. I lost my brother on 2/6/26, and 2 board members reached out to me, Shaquana Davis and Tanisha Miller, and I really appreciated that. We always say the word family, but going through something so difficult like that, it really didn't seem like you guys were family. My other thing, I had wrote something down and I wanted to address Kevin Gross, but he is not here, so I will save that for the future. But I want to say to Ms. Rush, the principal of Rogers, these principals were teachers in this community for years. They know what we have been through, the long haul, the longevity of everything. They still stand tall as principals in this community. A lot of people in this room, they don't have the longevity, so they don't know where our district was to where it is now. It's a shame, and I'll say it's a shame again, that after 28 years, I make $23.66. I work a part-time job after school, and I've been working that job for 7 years. I'm almost at $23 with that job, and it's with children, and I enjoy working with children. That was my choice. I made that choice in 1996 to work with children alongside my 3 children in the Pontiac School District, and I am on my last child. She's an 11th grader. So people can't talk to me about what their kids do and where their kids went unless they went through K through 12 in Pontiac. Tanisha Miller, I commend you for bringing your son to Pontiac amongst the chaos of what we're facing with our teachers still not having a contract, and we are on 236 days, I believe. It's very shameful, it's disheartening, and are you guys, the board, do you make the decisions? Are you over administration? When are some decisions gonna be made to help the teachers out? Because you keep screaming students, but students will not be anything without the teachers that they sit in front of every day. Thank you and have a great night.
Good evening.
Good evening.
237 days without a contract. So today, board, I come to you to say this. Between the unions, we got together and we voted. We voted on a no confidence in the school board in a formal, unusual, non-binding statement from teachers, staff, or community members declaring a loss of trust in leadership due to issues like poor governance, fiasco mismanagement, or failed power. While we understand that legally we are not able to remove or make it an official vote, and our common reasons for the vote: ineffective leadership, again, financial mismanagement, unpopular policy decisions, and labor relations. Examples of school districts that got this going: Bedford City Schools, Michigan State University, and Flint Community Schools Teachers Union members voted 98% in favor of no confidence resolution against the school board. Now, it's a sad, you have to come up here and do this because, again, 237 days without a contract. And board members have said, we hear you. We're working. The answer to all of that is, it is false. Because if that's the case, we have I can keep going. I got a big mouth. Okay. I can do nothing. Okay. Thank you. So again, for the staff, the teachers and all the staff in this district to have to come and say, we have no confidence in this board. There were board members before they got elected, said what they were going to do, and they got into these positions and done absolutely nothing. Just fall in place and follow the policies. And whatever those policies are, I need to look up those new policies or whatever you guys just voted on today. But that's just what it's been. Anything, and Dr. Leverett, when I was shaking my head back there, it was not to say I don't agree. It's been a problem at the high, and it is unsafe. And as Mr. Jackson said before he left, it's time to get rid of some of those students that's causing the problem, the Fab 10, if you want to call them that. And it's an ongoing, but staff is feeling unsafe, tired, and not understanding why we still are fighting with this district on getting a contract. So it all comes together on everything. So board, I hope you take heart to what we said and don't come up with, we hear you, and we're going to do something about it because action speaks louder than words. Thank you.
Thank you. Candace Ridley, and Antoine Jackson, and after that, Margot Walker Daniels.
Good evening. I'm here today to share the results of a historic vote by the educators and support staff of the Pontiac School District. On February 11th, 2026, the members of the Pontiac Education Association and the Pontiac Para-Educator Association cast their ballots in a vote of no confidence against Superintendent Leverett, Board President Hanna, Board Vice President Bowman, Treasurer Terry, Secretary Davis Smith, and Trustee Gross. The result was overwhelming. 98% voted no confidence. Let that number sink in. 98% of the educators and staff who work directly with our students every single day believe this leadership has failed. This is not a political statement. This is not about disagreements over policy. This is about years of documented failures that have destabilized our schools, demoralized our educators, and jeopardized the education of Pontiac's children. Let me be clear about what this vote represents. It represents teachers who lack adequate mentorship and support. It represents unfilled positions that leave our students without consistent instruction. It represents special education students whose learning environments have been compromised. It represents programs like GSRP that weren't promoted, leading to enrollment losses that hurt our children and our budget. It represents a two-tiered employment system where central office staff receive raises while those working directly with students were forced to wait. Where the district employed 2 consultants 2 superintendents simultaneously, 2 lawyers simultaneously, and 2 CFOs simultaneously, while our staff suffered with some of the lowest pay in Oakland County. It represents union presidents who are threatened and intimidated for speaking publicly about problems, staff who are threatened with write-ups for peaceful protest, a union president whose safety was threatened while leadership did nothing. It represents public shaming of staff for using their contractual time off, multiple unresolved grievances, unfair labor practice charges, a complete breakdown in honest communication. It represents board members who voted on issues involving their own family members, a clear conflict of interest that calls into question every decision this board has made. 98%. When 98% of your workforce says you failed, that's not disagreement, that's a verdict. Leadership is measured by results, and here are the results: declining morale, unfilled positions, labor strife, fiscal waste, compromised learning environments, and an erosion of public trust. We owe it to our students, our community, and our profession to demand better. Thank you.
Good evening, board, and to this great community. My name is Antoine Jackson. I have the fortunate privilege of serving as the executive director of Dream Centers of Michigan. We're a Christian community development organization located here and headquartered in the city of Pontiac. For the past 14 years, we've been serving this community faithfully, serving over 35,000 residents in this community. And we remain committed to the city of Pontiac, its students, our neighbors, and yes, the school district. Each year, we share with the school district a flyer that allows us to get information out to families regarding our Thanksgiving food boxes. And each year we distribute close to 1,500 of those boxes to families right here in the city of Pontiac. Last summer, we had the opportunity to host 70 of our students for a 5-week, all-day free summer learning experience, led by our education coordinator, Ms. Brittany Holston. During that time, we saw a measurable increase in ELA in reading as well as in math. But not to mention, we also saw children who in the community were at each other's heads fighting. These were elementary students. But because of the programming that we facilitated, they were able to come together and find common ground and work together. We recognize that we can't do everything. We recognize that we're not a silver bullet, but if I can just be who I am, we do believe that Jesus empowers us to do great and mighty things. As I sat here tonight and I hear the comments, and as I witness with my eyes so many of the things happening in this community, my heart does break for our children, for our families, and for this community as a whole. Let me be very transparent. I'm not a Pontiac resident, but I believe in this city. For the past 20 years of my nonprofit career, I've always had an opportunity to do something in Pontiac. And now that I get an opportunity to lead an organization here, I think it's almost my duty to align with those who want to see this community be better. And what you have from us at the Dream Centers of Michigan is our commitment to do that. We are looking forward to continuing our efforts. We're looking forward to partnering with each of you in however way we can. But more importantly, I want you to know that the Dream Centers of Michigan is praying, because we do believe that there's power in prayer. And we believe that when we pray, something will happen. Absolutely. Something will change. And I just believe that if we take a moment and find the common good between us, we can reach solutions on contracts, we can reach solutions on behaviors, and more importantly, we can reach solutions that will help impact our children's lives for the better. God bless you, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Margaret Walker Daniels, and I would like to ask a question.
Talking to thing. The mic, please.
I was called to, coming to ask a question. Who is over notifying parents of transportation when they're not going to show up? Is it the school or is it first student? My granddaughter bus did not show up at all Friday. I had to take her to school. The school knew they didn't have a bus, but they notified no one. Later that day, I got a phone call from another parent telling me that I needed to go to the school and pick up my granddaughter because they still did not have a bus. But once again, I was not notified, her mother or her father. At 5 o'clock, I had parents still calling me, asking me if I had seen their students because their students are still at school because they weren't notified that they didn't have a bus. Harrington, that's unacceptable. It's too cold for kids to be standing outside for 45 to a minute to an hour, hour and a half waiting on a bus that they knew was not going to show up. Let alone having parents at work thinking that their kids can get home and they can't. It's not our responsibility to get our kids to school. It's Pontiac's. This is a public school. That's what we pay taxes for. I should not have to stop doing what I have to do. Her mother shouldn't have to stop going to work because jobs don't care if your kids can't get home. So whose responsibility is it to be notified? Oh, so nobody has an answer to that? And y'all run the
You want me to
schools?
respond? You want me to respond? So it's first student, you supposed to contact first student.
But what if you do when you call first student all day and they refuse to answer the phone, even for the schools? But the school knew that they did not have a bus. Because when I got there, yes, they did, because the first thing they said when I got there, I said the bus did not show up. They was like, yeah, we know. They didn't have a bus driver.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, Trustee Davis Smith, were you finished?
Yes, ma'am, because I mean, I was telling her like what, okay.
And unfortunately, this isn't the space where we go back and forth and we can't provide you these answers because we're just
I have the
finding this out
answer,
from you. So we will be glad to get this information, make sure that we had contact our student services department. We'll make sure first students are aware of the situation that took place, and we'll be able to get back to you. Because as you've seen, everybody else, this is a time where we are open to hearing public comments, but not in the space where we go through dialogue. So I can't answer and tell you who, what, why, and how.
You can.
I can, absolutely. I am a parent. I am a parent at Pontiac High. And you have to contact the transportation director. First student will not receive phone calls from the parents. And that's who you need to contact. Send an email or look online for the transportation director, but those are all where all the complaints and things go for routing for the buses. And I'm a parent, so I know that's the answer. Mhm.
Thank you.
All right, that's it. All right, board comments and announcements. We'll start with Trustee Dooley.
I think we should start at the other end. I've been starting the last 3 weeks.
Secretary David Smith.
I just wanted to say that I got on this board because my youngest son, felt that the education he received was not the same as the surrounding districts. And also, I felt that we needed, I got on the board to see why did he feel that way, because during his time here in the school district, he did well in school. He was on the honor roll and he did well in the academic, sports, and all those things. So it was shocking to me when I took him to school, and that was, he came home because he felt that he didn't get, what is the word? Equitable education like the other students. And so even when my children was in this district, I was helping in this district because I was a parent. And I believe my child did get the education that he got, which was a equitable education, because he went on to college and did well there as well, and has graduated with a bachelor's degree in business, because I was involved in my children's education. I am also now a kindergarten teacher. And just like the teachers here, I work 3 jobs, but I work 3 jobs within my school. So I'm a school bus driver. So my day starts at 5 o'clock in the morning. I get on the bus, I drive my students to school. Then I get off the bus and go into the classroom. I have 32 kindergarten students that I teach every day. I get back on the bus, I take my kids home safely. Then I get off the bus and I coach football. And then I go home and I bake. And and what is it? It's tax time now too. So I do taxes too. I do multiple jobs, not so that ends can, well, it is so that ends can meet at home, but also so that I can donate to this district. So it really bothers me when someone says that I don't care about this district because I spend tens and thousands of dollars yearly to this district and to this city, to our senior citizens, as well as to the children in this school district, not just here, but also in the school district that I serve in as well. Not because to be seen, because a lot of things I do, y'all don't even know I'm doing it. I do it behind the scenes, and I ask not to be not for anybody to share that I'm doing these things, but I do it because I want these kids to have the same experiences that I had growing up. Because when I go into these schools, I don't see their spirits as high or them excited about school. And when I ask them what are they excited about, they can't tell me. Not sports, not extracurricular. You know what? I let me scratch that, because it is. They've been talking about the CTE program, and a lot of those students really enjoyed that. But when we were going through COVID, that was when I was hearing things that they didn't like anything, not gym, not nothing, not recess, not anything. But I am excited that our kids are excited about the CTE program. But I bring the cookies, the cupcakes, my food truck up. I'm at the sporting events and giving out free hot dogs and things like that. Not so that someone can see me doing it and give me a pat on the back, but because I enjoy seeing those children happy. And I'm here for support. I'm not here for a title. I'm not here because I'm in politics and I want to move up in politics. I'm in here because my kids said that I didn't feel like I got the same education as Bloomfield, Rochester, and Troy, and all these other surrounding school districts. And I'm just so frustrated because I've talked to the union people and I have always been in support of them getting a contract. I know for a fact everyone on this board wants a contract for our people. It's not up to the board to have the contract signed. That is something that other people do, and once the contract is signed, the board votes on it. So it's disheartening for people to say that they don't have trust in me. Well, I guess, they talked about Jesus Christ, so who am I? So I just want to say that I'm going to continue to do my job that I do here in the district, my job that I do on a daily basis with the children in this in Pontiac School District. I'm not for just Pontiac School District. I'm for all children. And I'm about to be a grandmama, and I want my grandchild to be right here in the Pontiac School District having the same fun that I have. When I think about my childhood, I can't help but to think about all the fun that I had here in the Pontiac School District. The school I'm in right now was one of my schools. I went to Pontiac Middle School, which was Madison back then. I'm a Pontiac Husky, and I'm proud, class of 1992. And I don't care what nobody say. I'm here to make sure that the future students and the students that are here now have an equitable education. And I always fought for these teachers because I know that these kids
If the teachers ain't right, the students aren't right either. I fight for the bus drivers because I drove the bus just like I drive the bus now. And I know we the first ones to see these kids and the last ones to make sure that they go home. And sometimes I do the wrong thing, and to make sure that they are okay, I go to the house and make sure that those kids are being dropped off properly. A lot of people don't know what these drivers do. They don't know what these teachers do. They don't know what the staff that's feeding our students do, putting that extra spice in it to make sure that it tastes good, that those kids will want to eat it, because we know that sometimes that's the only meal that our kids get. And I'm sorry if I went over, but I'm upset because this is the place that I was born and raised. Most of my family is gone and they love this city, and so do I. My kids is begging me to move out of here, and I said no. I'm gonna stay and fight. I'm out.
Treasurer Terry.
Good evening again. I just want to say congratulations to all the awardees and recognitions tonight. Continue to push forward, continue to stay positive. I also want to say good information that was shared tonight as well. And I understand that there is emotions, and some emotions do run high. All I can ask is that we stay focused, we stay the course, we continue to push forward. We all know that we're here for the same reason. And I want to go back to some of the stuff that was talked about in the beginning of our meeting, our history. Those that have been here long enough, you know the history. If you don't know the history, you might want to look into the history. But things just like in the United States government doesn't happen overnight. Decisions that are being made today is not going to be reflective next week. A lot of the stuff that we're dealing with and addressing now was way before some of us even got on the board. But I'm that one believer that believes in change. And if you want to do better, sometimes you got to expect better, and sometimes you got to raise the bar. I can't dictate everything and how people feel, but that's your personal feelings. That's your opinion. That's your choice. If that's how you feel, I'm all for it. But you got to look at the whole reality of it, the bigger picture. The bigger picture is we need to focus on these kids. The adult issues are going to be adult issues. Things are going to get addressed and some are not going to get addressed. But I'm staying focused. I'm going to stay the course. I'm going to continue to do what I need to do for these children in this district. You might not like it, but I wasn't put up here to make everybody like me. I might not be everybody's favorite, but you can guarantee I'm going to do what's best for these kids. On that note, everyone, enjoy your time. Thank you for coming out. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
Thank you very much. Trustee Dooley.
Good evening. Congratulations to our scholars for a job well done. Parents, commend you on a job well done. If you're out there listening, keep up the good work. Want to thank again Carlton Jones, who is an elected official of the library board, and also our state rep, Brenda Carter, for always being present and assisting. Want to certainly acknowledge those students in that readiness program. I'm very proud of you. I'm excited about your future by being apprenticeship ready. So keep going. Skilled trades are certainly needed. I remain in a quandary as to the proration of some of our newly hirees. I requested the information. I've yet to receive it. I'm looking at different papers that we received, and I'm not seeing prorated wages. So I'm hopeful that they are being prorated and not receiving their entire yearly estimated wage for this, for not working a full year. So I'm hoping to see that in a line item coming up in our next board thing. In addition to, while I'm on the line item, I still want that forensic audit. It was brought to my attention that we that serve on this board have a board expense of $800,000. It was also brought to my attention that that was not true. I have requested that information so I can make that a public statement as to what we function in this board. I don't think it's that much, but I want to get that cleared up. To the young lady, I honestly didn't know about any deaths. She certainly gets my condolences. I have been without technology. For the record, it has just gotten fixed today. I've been without technology since probably on and off since I got on this board, but definitely since January. So it's done. I'm grieved that a vote of no confidence has been placed on the board. I would like to think that in our endeavors, we are moving the district forward. However, I have been involved in a lot of learning through MASB, Michigan Association of School Boards, so I can know what we're doing and what we're not doing in the sense of, are we doing it right? So with that, I want to say congratulations to my colleague here, Trustee Miller, who has achieved with me now her level 3. It's a level of distinction. It certainly says and demonstrates our commitment to learning to facilitate on this board. As it relates to additional learning that MASB has shared with us, and hopefully this will give our union some hope that now a board member has been approved. They can sit on and listen to negotiations. I have requested to have that spot. It appears that I can come. I am a non-voter, of course, but I think my presence will do something. I'm very optimistic that we will move this district forward. I'm very optimistic that together we will put our students back first. Everything we do, all roads lead to academic achievement. And I believe we're only going to achieve this if we work in concert together, collectively. So with that being said, this board member does hear you. This board member is advocating, especially for those 7,617 voters that put me in this seat. I intend to be transparent, give accountability, and move this district forward, aligning our resources to provide the best possible education we can do to our students. With that being said, we also must support our teachers. Our teachers are the foundation of delivering instruction. So we are going to work together to fulfill that. I think I have said all of my little notes. Oh, I want to encourage, if you're out there or even sitting before me, if you've ever thought about being on the board or an elected, go to the county's website or Michigan Association of School Board. If you're interested in being a part of this, we'll have a couple of seats coming open. This is the time for you to be involved. Come out, see what it takes to govern, be a part of governance for the school district. Come out, get involved, ask questions, and we look to see you. If you need additional information regarding, go to the Michigan Association of School Board website. That information is available, as well as if you go out to your Oakland County Elections Office. With that, I bid you a good night.
Thank you, Trustee Miller. Okay.
I will.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My goals and my principles remain the same. I am here for one reason, that's student success. That means success academically. Our students must be able to read, comprehend, think critically, and compete with anyone, anywhere. I want to see our students not just pass, but truly perform and be prepared for college, careers, and life. It also means success athletically. Athletics teach discipline, teamwork, and resilience. Our students deserve programs that build confidence and pride, programs that help them compete with excellence and integrity. And beyond academic and sports, we have a responsibility to shape responsible young adults, young people who understand accountability, who show up, who lead, who contribute to this community in meaningful ways. When our students graduate from Pontiac School District, they must be equipped with the tools prepared to thrive. I want to acknowledge our frontline workers, our teachers, paraprofessionals, bus drivers, custodians, secretaries, food service workers, etc. They carry the district on their backs every single day. Supporting students means supporting them. I remain humble in this role. Our children must be able to read so that our children can be able to compete. And they must leave us prepared to thrive. This is the work, and I'm committed to it. Have a good night.
VP Bowman.
Good evening. I've sat here and listened to the words of everyone who had a comment to say. And my why for running for school board or sitting in this position is because I want to continue to see my community move forward in a positive, progressive, productive manner. Each time that I speak or get up, whenever I go anywhere, whatever I do in the world, I represent Pontiac School District. I represent my family. I'm a mother, a daughter, a friend. So many titles that we all wear as individuals. But what I will say is we are moving forward progressively and productively, but change oftentimes takes time. A vote of no confidence, and you all make it seem as if we're up here getting an astronomical amount of dollars to sit here. We are here because we want to be here, because we made the conscious effort to want to move our community forward. All lives in this community are impacted by our student growth, our teachers, and the potential that our students have. Every decision that I cannot speak for my colleagues, I'm speaking for myself, every decision that is made is for the betterment of our student body, is to move us forward progressively and collaboratively. No, we are not perfect as an entire body, but we are open to discussion and finding the best way to continue to move this district forward. I've been on this board for 7 years, and be it not perfect, we have come out of a over $50 million deficit. We have passed the bond and millage to move our building forward. The room that we currently sit in right now is a product of the passing of the bond and millage. We've given retention stipends and the things that we have done. No, we are not perfect. We are not perfect, but we don't sit here and make decisions lightly for the best interest of ourselves. The decisions that are made is to move this district forward. We are not where we want to be, but we are definitely not where we once was. So what I will say is I'll continue to lead, and the trustees that sit next to me, I appreciate you all and I thank you, because you all, this is not easy, sitting up here being judged by an entire community when the decisions rest on our shoulders, and we're moving and making decisions in the best interest of the community. This is not a self-fulfilling seat. This is not doing this for the accolades and acknowledgement. This is doing this, I am doing this to continue to see our community thrive. We do understand the difficulties in living in such a space and time, but we have to be solution-based. We have to be solution-oriented. Just sitting out pointing out a problem and we're not having solutions on how to get to the other side, that's an issue. Ultimately, sitting here listening to one of my fellow trustees be so filled with passion that brings her to tears because of the work that has been put in over this course of years. It's hurtful when people point out all of the negative things, but don't acknowledge the positive things that has been done. We are not where we want to be, but we are definitely come far from where we were. I usually don't say much, but I just want the community to know that this charge isn't taken lightly, not by myself. I don't take this lightly sitting in this seat. But if others feel that you want to do something different, make a move. Like, make the move that you feel you need to make, because the decisions and the moves that I feel I need to make, I do it with the integrity. I do it with civility. I do it with a good, clear conscience in moving this district forward. So I'm grateful and thankful for the opportunity to serve, and I'll do it until my time is up. So thank you all who wants to continue to be a family with the Pontiac School District, but just know that change sometimes is slow, but it is coming. So thank you all. Have a good evening.
Thank you, VP Bowman. I don't know where to start. Positive. As I mentioned earlier, I really enjoy having a room full of people here to celebrate the students, because that's exactly why we're here, to uplift and encourage and promote learning for our students. And so seeing this room here full of positiveness, that's great energy. And that's the type of energy that we need. I have mentioned before how frustrating it is in our world today with so much negativity, so much chaos that is just happening all over the world. But it's heavy when you have to live in it. In a community where you turn to, where people rely on social media as their platform to promote so much hate, misinformation, and distrust. This is a multi-billion-dollar business. This is not a social club. And the information that we share with trustees here on this board trying to do their best to govern this district, this multi-million-dollar business, it is more than just a small piece. We have talked, we have listened, and we asked for community to share their concerns. We invite you to come here. If coming to a board meeting is the only space that you want to come and share your concerns or frustrations, but there is a protocol. For parents, if they have an issue with their child, it should start with their teacher. The teacher could then, or the parent can talk to their principal. But certain matters don't always start at this level. And there are things that we become aware of when people show up here that they've not even shared with their teachers or their principal. So we take the information that we receive here in these board meetings and we give it to administration, and they do what they're supposed to do by investigating to figure out what needs to change or what information is factual or what the next steps are. We cannot have a school district if we did not have teachers. There's not one person up here, regardless of what you think or have heard before, that feel it is not important for teachers to have contracts. But just as we know, it's in negotiations. We are not in negotiations. I heard Trustee Dooley say that she would like to sit in on the negotiations, but this board is not a part of the negotiations. And that means it's a two-way. The union communicate what they want, and then those that are representing this board and the administration talk about what is possible. So it goes back and forth until those parties that are in there that are able to make and come to an agreement, then that information will be brought to the board for approval. This board is not responsible for the negotiations that are taking place. So whatever is being discussed inside of those meetings, both parties have to make the decisions as to what they are going to agree upon. I do not think, because of the passion that I know so many staff have about working in this district. When you tell us that you've been here for 28 years, that's because you love what you do. When you say you've been here for 30 years, it's because you love what you do. So it's regardless of the contract or not, you are here because you're committed. But that contract, it seals the deal, and it's something that we all wish the negotiations team, they will come to an agreement so it can be settled. I don't think that there's anything that has promoted so much negativity to be spewed out about this district. As a board trustee, you question what we do. But one of the things that we do, one of the things that I do as the president of this board is I have to not only advocate for our students, but I have to show up and represent this district wherever I go. And so it is hard that I'm constantly trying to defend all of the great teachers that have dedicated their lives to working in this district, despite the challenges, but having to defend why we still are as strong as we are. Because what they see on social media, what they hear from people that work inside of the district contradicts what we try to say about our students. So it hurts me to know, and it makes me wonder, do we really want to help this district, or are we really here to tear the district down? Because if this district was to be gone, then nobody would have a job. There would be no board of education, there would be no administration, there would be no teachers, no staff, and the students. And do we think, based on the information that people come here or feel so comfortable sharing on social media to degrade our students, do you think that's making other communities want to work with and accept our students? We hurt ourselves. We hurt ourselves. We're the one tearing this district down because we think the way that you get your point heard, or the way you think something is going to happen quick enough, is by you putting it on social media. We heard you the first time and we seen it, and we're all human. And I think everybody that is in position to do so is doing what they need to do to address the concerns that are put forth. But if it makes you look good, so you think, to display all of this negativity, you're only hurting the kids. Because at the end of the day, where are the kids gonna go? People look at our community negatively based on what we tell them about our kids, what we're showing them about our kids. So how much do we really love the kids? This district isn't perfect. This district has had some challenges over the years. I think most of us on this board have graduated from this school district. We are a product of this community. Our community has changed. It's not the same as when we went to school here. So now we have to deal with our community as it is. But when we as adults think only of ourselves and whatever attention we want to have to try to be the savior or try to put somebody else down because we want to talk about what they're doing wrong, it only hurts our kids. I mean, it is hurtful. Tears from board members. I'm seeing staff now really fed up and frustrated because they work their butts off and commit so much of their time to our students, and yet they got to constantly hear a group of people talk about what's not happening. And it is hurtful because we respect everything that every single one of our teachers do. But if something isn't working right, does that mean you have to try to tear down the whole system? Nobody is here because we don't want this school district to win. Nobody is here. Nobody is on this board. I am not on this board to say I don't want a contract. Why wouldn't we? This district, teachers have had a contract for years. Why all of a sudden is it frowned upon or made to seem that we don't want that to happen again? It don't make sense. But if that's the attention you need to help you perform better in the classroom, I don't know. But it is frustrating. Because again, as the president of this, I am supposed to defend this school district, this community. I represent this school district everywhere I go. And when I tell you that people watch us, I have said it so many times before. They are watching us. And unfortunately, I hate to say that some of you that do all of this publicity and negative in a negative manner, should you want to get a job in another district, they will see that. I have people from MASB, from other school districts across this state, making comments in meetings that we are in based off things. They use Pontiac as an example as to how not to perform as a board. So I have to watch how I show up. I think as adults, we all should, because you got students watching you. But as the president of this board, I take it very seriously that we are here to service our students. And we cannot do it without any staff, without any administration. We cannot do it. But we definitely aren't doing it if those individuals are here tearing down the district that we are supposed to be here trying to build up for our students. And so, yes, it is frustrating. Everybody is getting frustrated and tired of all the negativity that's being fed from internal to external, so that they can create a show about what's happening inside Pontiac School District. It's unfortunate. It's so unfortunate that we're doing this to ourselves. All of us are grown, we got our education, but for those kids, K through 12, that have to put on their resume and say that they came from the Pontiac School District, it's not seen in a positive light. And it's partly due to how us as adults are representing the school district. I really pray that we can do better. Thank you, Mr. Jackson, for being here to say you want to walk alongside us and support us to help us to be better. Because being negative, throwing shade, insult, criticizing does nothing but make the problem even worse. So I appreciate partners like you for caring enough about this school district to want to step in and help us despite all of those things that you see. We talk about accountability. Yep, we all need to hold ourselves accountable and find out what side of the fence you're playing on. Either you helping the district or you not. Can I get a motion to adjourn this meeting?
So
Support.
I don't even know who said it.
Dooley.
It's been motioned by Trustee Dooley and seconded by Treasurer Terry. Any questions? Roll call.
VP Bowman.
Yes.
I'm voting yes. Trustee Dooley.
Absolutely, yes.
President Hannah.
Yes.
Trustee Miller.
Yes.
Treasurer Terry.
Yes.
That passes 6-0.
The time is 8:06 p.m. This meeting is adjourned.
Free at last. Thank God Almighty. I'm free at last. Y'all write something?